Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GPWC's. We are live here in Washington, D.C., and we have so much ahead of us here tonight. We have 5 matches ahead, and you can see that we're already doing the introductions for our intro matchup. But if you want to see what we have in store for you here tonight, our main event of the evening, we will be having a 4-way dance for the vacant GPW No Boundaries champion. We are going to determine the man to be the inaugural champion, Allin, Fatu, Sane, and McIntyre. That is going to be your main event here tonight, but we will also be seeing our GPW World Heavyweight Champion in action. As well, Ospreay goes one-on-one with the former GPW World Tag Team Champion Hook in a huge non-title matchup, and Hook is looking to get that GPW World title around his waist very, very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, we will also be seeing a precursor to the GPW going down, as Javon Evans, Shawn Spears, and Darby Allin will be going in a triple threat matchup. But Javon Evans will be taking on Shawn Spears in a one-on-one encounter before that matchup at Going Down on May 9th. But ladies and gentlemen, also we will be seeing 2 championship matchups, as we will be seeing the Motor City Machine Guns take on All Ego LLC, the newly formed tag team of Tyler Breeze and Ethan Page, after Ethan Page will be Tyler Breeze's mystery partner at GPW Pressure. Motor City Machine Guns making their return since on Season 2 for the World Tag Team Championships. That is ahead here tonight. But to kick off our show, ladies and gentlemen, we will be seeing the GPW Women's World Champion Kairi Sane go one-on-one with WWE Speed Women's Champion Sol Ruca, with the Women's World Championship for GPW on the line, and that is right here, right now. Last week on C's, we saw Sol Ruca actually win a battle royal to determine the number 1 contender for the GPW Women's World Champion. And she was not even the Speed Women's Champion by the time that match came around. So now Sol Ruca with a huge opportunity to be World Champion in this company in her second matchup. I mean, we've seen it happen before, but, you know, you can see now that Kairi Sane holding that championship in that treasure chest. Kairi Sane, you know, resorting back to, you know, her very, you know, determinate ways of being a world champion. And Kairi Sane has held that belt since November, since December, when she defeated Cora Jade in the Queen of GPW event on night 2. And now with the Women's World Championship on the line, beautiful new design as well. You've noticed that all the titles have had new designs, and, you know, you kind of have to. New game, new season, got to give it some character, you know what I mean? But look at this now, Kairi Sane going to take advantage, has Sol Ruca, and look at this now, they're just going to be going back and forth with the arm drags and the hammerlock takeovers. But now Kairi Sane going to take control, big boot stomp, and then sliding elbow to follow. I don't know what Kairi Sane's got in mind. Has Sol Ruca locked up for a powerbomb. This is not a good position to be in, but now Sol Ruca going to take control. Women's World title on the line. And now Sol Ruca into the corner. But now, look at this, Kairi Sane. Oh, big chop into the corner. Sol Ruca gets the boot up. Ruca's, you know, certainly one of the women to look out for here on GPW. And, you know, she just competed in a huge NXT North American Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver not too long ago. And Sol Ruca just having so many title opportunities just shows the potential that this young lady has. As now Kairi Sane going to try to take advantage. Oh, trying to go for a back fist. Sol Ruca moves out of the way. And now Sol Ruca, big knee. And look at this now, pops up to Kairi Sane. Hurricane Rana sends her away. And now to the floor, clears out Kairi Sane. And now the champion, moves out of the way of that elbow, or that clothesline from the springboard. Kairi Sane with a regal plex, has Sol Ruca in a bad position here. No, kick out. Matchup continues on. Women's World Championship on the line. Big back fist from Kairi Sane. Nearly just knocked out Sol Ruca here. Is she going to get it? No. Matchup continues. Women's World title is on the line, as I keep mentioning, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, Sol Ruca, she's got so much opportunities here. Look at this, just maneuvering all around like a snake. And Sol Ruca, just big drop kick to follow. And look at this now. What in the fuck? Springboard 450 clothesline, I guess. And Kairi Sane kicks out of it regardless. That was beautiful. And now Kairi Sane with a big enziguri to follow. Kairi Sane now trying to get this wits in without her. Gets a big clothesline. Now Kairi Sane going to follow into the corner with a reverse elbow. And now Kairi Sane, hesitation drop kick right to the face of Sol Ruca. And a big interceptor. Kairi Sane just like a javelin out of the corner. And now Kairi Sane follows up with the insane elbow. Dropped right onto the chest of Sol Ruca, and Kairi Sane has retained the GPW Women's World Championship. Kairi Sane with another successful title defense. Kairi Sane retaining her championship here on GPWCs. We still have two more championship matchups to determine here tonight. Kairi Sane just tossing away the Women's World title. I don't know why she's doing that. Kairi Sane putting Ruca in the ring. Kairi Sane holding that belt into the air. What the hell is she doing? Oh my God. Kairi Sane just clocking Ruca in the head with that title. And oh my God, no. Come on, Kairi Sane onto the top rope with an insane elbow to follow. Like I said, the determination to stay Women's World Champion continues in Kairi Sane, and Ruca just faced the wrath of the Women's World Champion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that Andre Chase and Brooks Jensen have met each other in that warehouse. I have no idea how the hell they got there, but we saw Uncle Howdy attack Andre Chase inside of it when he was taking a tour. But making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, the chairman, Shawn Spears, making his return. But also, you can see the man that took on Darby Allin last week in a qualifier for the No Boundaries Championship, the Young OG, looking to get some redemption against Shawn Spears. Javon Evans, he's been looking for his next bit of opportunity for a championship, and it just went out the window when he lost against Darby Allin. I mean, it was a phenomenal effort on his part. It's just Darby Allin was able to catch him off guard, roll him up, win the matchup, and now Shawn Spears a lot more meticulous in the ring, a lot more conniving. But Javon Evans is going to try to take any control that he can. These two have fought each other multiple times on NXT, and now on GPWCs, it's like Javon Evans cannot just get away from anyone who just keeps calling him out. I mean, Javon Evans had that, great one-on-one encounters, had some great one-on-one encounters with Carlito in the first season of GPW, and now with Shawn Spears taking advantage of the opportunity, the Young OG is in trouble with the arm travel lariats, and look at this now. Shawn Spears might have been looking for a spine buster. Javon Evans able to roll him over. This is how Darby Allin defeated him, took him off guard. Whoa, there you go. This is exactly what happened. Shawn Spears trying to take advantage again. But look at this now. Super kick on the outside from Shawn Spears, recovers, and Javon Evans with a springboard moonsault takes out Shawn Spears on the outside. Back into the ring. Shawn trying to get some shots back up on Javon Evans. And Tyler Breeze, he's going to be here tonight, but look at this now. Javon Evans out of the corner. OG cutter. No! Shawn Spears moves out of the way of the OG cutter. He perfectly maneuvered that one. And look at this now. Shawn Spears might be looking for the C4, trying to break the vertebrae on your neck. But now Javon Evans, big clothesline, takes him down, follows up with another. Shawn Spears, he's in trouble, gets his leg caught. And there he goes down to the floor. Javon Evans now scaling the top rope. Big top rope frog splash. Javon Evans now rolls into the pinfall. Shawn Spears in trouble. Javon has won with this before. No. Shawn Spears gets the kick out. Matchup continues. Super kick to the sternum. And look at this now. Shawn Spears pulling him in. Patella drop brainbuster. Shawn Spears just continues to try to break the neck of the Young OG, and he could have it here. No. Javon Evans gets the shoulder up. Matchup continues. Javon going to take control. Pulls him in. Blue Thunder Bomb drops him right onto his head. And now Shawn Spears with a big running knee. And look at this now, looking for the C4 once again. Javon Evans going to recover out of it. Javon Evans now, look at this. What in the fuck? It was a beautiful fucking move. And look at this now, Javon Evans with a twisting corkscrew, whatever the hell, young OG splash, whatever you want to call it, and Javon Evans nearly putting Shawn Spears away. But look at this now, Javon Evans has him right where he wants him, throws the leg away and gives him a big elbow. And look at this now, Shawn Spears, he's in trouble again with the young OG splash. And Javon Evans could have it here, and he picks up the win. Javon Evans improvising with that splash, and it seemed like it actually picked him the victory here tonight. And Javon Evans now, he's definitely on a wave of momentum now that he's knocked off a former GPW Internet champion. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to tune in at GPW going down on May 9th, it is going down. We have 3 Gold Rush qualifying 3-way dances as Javon Evans takes on Darby Allin and the man that he just defeated in that ring, Shawn Spears. And the winner will be able to qualify for the Gold Rush finals, and the winner of those finals will be able to earn an opportunity at any championship that they want. It will not be like Masha Slamovich cashing in her opportunity, though. You will have to announce your championship matchup ahead of time, but we will also be seeing the ENT champion from GPWC's Dragon Lee taking on Kyle Fletcher, making his return to GPW, and also taking on Wes Lee, who is, newly reformed since the patriarchy has been kind of dinging it into his head that he has to do a lot better. The former GPW Internet and GPW Television champion Obafemi will also be competing in one of these Gold Rush qualifying matchups against one of the most intimidating figures in professional wrestling today, Penta, and the former GPW Internet champion Ricochet. And Ricochet not coming off a wave of momentum after losing his title against Masha Slamovich. He is looking for huge redemption. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge tag team title match ahead of us as All Ego Ethan Page and Tyler Breeze representing All Ego LLC. Ethan Page and Tyler Breeze. I mean, this is certainly one superficial tag team, to say the least. But, they definitely seem to admire each other for their, it's almost like a Zoolander, the best way of describing it. But either way, making their way down to the ring, the GPW World Tag Team Champions making their return to GPWC's first time on Season 2. The World Tag Team Champions just set in action one of the best tag teams of today, one of the best tag teams of tomorrow, and the best teams of yesterday. But you can see now that the World Tag Team title is on the line for the first time in Season 2, and it looks like Alex Shelley and Ethan Page are going to start out here. You got a little bit of a TNA alumni here with everybody in this matchup besides Tyler Breeze. But look at this now, Alex Shelley going to take control of Ethan, for the time being. And Alex Shelley, he's certainly one of those competitors that you can just put him in a ring with anybody. Similar to Chris Sabin, if you put them in a ring with anybody, you're going to get a quality matchup. And right now, Ethan Page, he's got the full advantage, big splash. And look at this now, Tyler Breeze with a supermodel kick directly to the face of Alex Shelley. And look at this now, Tyler Breeze going to maneuver him out. Wait a minute, trying to go for that neck breaker, but Alex Shelley counters and gives him a neck breaker of his own. But now Alex Shelley gets the tag in to Chris Sabin. What do they got in mind here? Look at this, pops him up. Assisted stun gun. And look at this now, Chris Sabin, he got the blind tag, so now Chris Sabin into the ring, my God, spins him out with a big backbreaker. And now Tyler Breeze going to take control as Chris Sabin was able to get that Sabate kick up. Look at this, Tyler Breeze, gives him a little bit of a love tap directly to the head of Chris Sabin. And now Chris Sabin, he's got Tyler Breeze again. He's trying to snap that spine in two. And look at this now. Shot to the, look at this now. Look at the flurry of offense here from the Motor City Machine Guns. Big stomp to the back. But look at this now, Tyler Breeze, maneuvers Alex Shelley into a big drop, big spin out DDT. And now Tyler Breeze now gets the tag into Ethan Page, but Alex Shelley nails him with a big DDT out of the corner. Ethan Page now taking control with a roundhouse kick. Alex Shelley with shell shock, dropping Ethan Page face first in the middle of the ring. Ethan Page, he is in a bad position, but he grabs the rope. Matchup continues on. Ethan Page taking for a ride with the tilt-a-whirl. Gets the tag into Chris Sabin, and wait a minute, there's the tag. Wait a minute, Chris Sabin with the moonsault. Had no idea that Tyler Breeze tagged in, trying to go for the supermodel kick. Chris Sabin throws the leg away, and wait a minute now. Chris Sabin, he's got Tyler Breeze up. Chris Sabin, the double chicken wing pile driver, dropping Tyler Breeze in the middle of the ring, but Ethan Page there to save him. And look at this now, Tyler Breeze with the elbows and getting out of that position for the cradle shock as Tyler Breeze gets the beauty shot on the Chris Sabin. And look at this now, Alex Shelley trying to take control, taking the distraction on the Tyler Breeze. Alex Shelley could have just had Chris Sabin to win the matchup there. But wait a minute now. Chris Sabin, what does he have in mind? Gets the tag into Alex Shelley. Big rolling hills, and look at this now. Oh, boot stomp. Follow as Tyler Breeze with an enziguri. Ethan Page on the outside has Chris Sabin and gives him an ego's edge onto the floor. Tyler Breeze with a spin out DDT. And wait a minute now, what do they have in mind here? Tyler Breeze throwing Ethan Page. Wait a minute now. Oh, the assisted twisted grin. That was a beautiful rhyming there, but look at this now. Assisted twisted grin. Chris Sabin's out on the outside, and we have new GPW World Tag Team Champions. Chris Sabin just got onto the rope before he realized the 3 count was made, and Ethan Page and Tyler Breeze of All Ego LLC have become the new GPW Tag Team Champions. Definitely was not expecting that one here tonight, and the Motor City Machine Guns are absolutely livid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntyre saying that it was a hit and it was just all business, and, you know, Joe Hendry's going to have to go look for the man who actually called the hit, but making his way down to the ring, representing the Ops from AEW, it's Hook. And Hook, former GPW World Tag Team Champion, along with Danhausen. We miss you, Danhausen. Please come back. And making his way down to the ring, Will Ospreay, the GPW World Champion, making his way down to the ring for the first time since becoming the World Champion. We saw Will Ospreay have his little promo at GPW Pressure and, you know, towards CM Punk and Swerve Strickland. And right now, Will Ospreay is still without a challenger for the GPW World Championship. So, you know, if Hook's able to best Will Ospreay here tonight, he could definitely be in the running for a opportunity at the World Championship, as Hook is starting to take Will Ospreay on a little bit of a ride here with the chain wrestling here. Will Ospreay is definitely going to expect some competition. I don't know if these two have competed against each other in AEW or before, but look at this now. Will Ospreay trying to go for the moonsault, and look at this now. Ospreay firing away with the right hands of his own, and Will Ospreay trying to go for an enziguri. Hook ducks out of it, and look at this now as Will Ospreay trying to take control, has Hook up and drops him with the brainbuster. But now Will Ospreay continues on with the shots. Whoa, rolls through, and look at this. He's got him around for a huge tilt-a-whirl head scissor. And look at this now. Hook, you're gonna take control. We all know that Hook likes to use these submissions. We got him in like a side STF. And look at this now. Gut wrench suplex incoming, but Will Ospreay lands on his feet. And wait a minute now. What does he have in mind here? Oh, that's what a curtain call is, ladies and gentlemen. But look at this now. Hook trying to take control off of the misstep from Will Ospreay. And look at this now. Maneuvering himself over top. Oh, and yes he does. Will Ospreay continues on, but Hook not going to let anything take him down here with a big combination of teardrop suplexes. And look at this now. Will Ospreay off of the ropes. Big moonsault takes down Hook. But wait a minute now. Hook comes in and gives him with a huge exploder suplex. Hook now hooking the leg. Is he going to get the win? Is he going to pick up the victory? No. Hook gets the kick out, and look at this now. Will Ospreay just continues to fire away on the face. Ospreay continues with the assault here as Hook counters out of the Irish Whip, and look at this now into the corner. Will Ospreay maneuvers with a Gamagiri right to the face, and look at this big springboard elbow right to the head of Hook. Will Ospreay could be walking away with the victory here tonight, but no. Will Ospreay continues on, and look at this now. Ospreay, oh, big drop kick to the side of the head. And look at this now. Will Ospreay locking in like an octopus hold here on Hook, but this might be a bad position as Hook able to maneuver him out of it. Good Lord. Hook with a big clothesline turns the champion inside out. And now Hook getting his licks in here. Hook's not going to let the champion slip away from his grasp that easy. And look at this now into the corner. Big arm trap lariat. And look at this now, the Red Rum. Red Rum locked in on the champion. Hook could be putting the champion to sleep here. But no, Will Ospreay with an elbow right to the face. Whoa, what the hell was that maneuver? Into a power bomb. Will Ospreay counters out of the over the back into a huge power bomb and to the floor with the corkscrew moonsault. And look at this now, into the middle of the ring. Will Ospreay, wait a minute, Styles clash, face first goes Hook. And look at this now, hooking the legs. Will Ospreay could walk away with the victory. No, I think Hook kicked out right before 3. Either way, Hook is in a bad position. Hidden blade right to the top of the head of Hook. And Will Ospreay hooking the leg. Hook has not moved, and Will Ospreay knocks off Hook. The GPW World Heavyweight Champion has more than achieved victory here tonight. Will Ospreay proving that he is still one of the best in GPW, and Will Ospreay still looking for his next challenger for that World Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, I think Will Ospreay has prepared some words, so let's kick at the ringside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Will Ospreay has set the goal, and he has determined he will have a rematch for CM Punk and Swerve Strickland, and it will be under GPW rules, ladies and gentlemen, at GPW going down. And the winner of this matchup will challenge Will Ospreay for the GPW World Heavyweight Championship at GPW. Well, I don't even know yet, because Will Ospreay still has to have a challenger before we can actually announce that event. But also, we do have something else to announce for GPW going down before we go to the live rounds episode, so that you guys can see every, matchup that's going to be on the card. Masha Slamovich returning at GPW Pressure to hijack the street fight between Michin and Ricochet and win the GPW Internet Championship. The TNA Knockouts World Champion has a huge opportunity. But also, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to tune in on GPWCs, on May 20th, you will be getting your next episode of GPWCs, but you will be seeing Cora Jade, the former GPW Women's World Champion, take on Lola Vice, and they will be determining who will challenge Kairi Sane for the GPW Women's World Heavyweight Championship. But also, we will be seeing the in-ring debut of Andre Chase. We've been seeing him, kind of doing his little warehouse stores and whatever, but Andre Chase has certainly been looking to get into the ring, and Shawn Spears has more than reluctantly taken the next opportunity at whoever he can fight to take out his aggression on Javon Evans. But also, we will be determining the #1 contender for the GPW World Tag Team Championships, as Ethan Page and Tyler Breeze have announced the Tag Team Turmoil match, and the winner will challenge Tyler Breeze and Ethan Page for their championships at the next GPW big event. But ladies and gentlemen, right now here on GPWCs, we are about to get into our main event of the evening. We are about to have history made, as we are about to find out who is going to be the first man to hold the GPW No Boundaries Championship, as Darby Allin, Jacob Fatu, Ricky Saints, and Drew McIntyre are about to have it go down right fucking now. Making his way down to the ring, Jacob Fatu. He has been absolutely on a roll. He has been competing with Ludwig Kaiser and the Council ever since Season 2 began. And Jacob Fatu, I gave him the matchup. It will be Ludwig Kaiser and Jacob Fatu in an underground fight for the National Championship at Going Down. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, the NXT North American Champion, Ricky Saints. He competed against Cora Jade, and he was able to defeat her. And Jacob Fatu won his matchup by disqualification against Charlie Dempsey. Making his way down to the ring, we saw a GPW Pressure that Drew McIntyre would knock off Lexus King with a huge Claymore, and the Scottish Hitman is also going to have to go up against the final man in this match. He defeated Javon Evans in a huge back-and-forth contest, and Darby Allin makes his way down to the ring to make more history. The former GPW Internet Champion is ready to make his mark. Good lord, he just speared the shit out of Ricky Saints to start off the match. And look at this now, Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu going after each other. Darby Allin on the outside, drop kick on the Ricky Saints, and a big power bomb. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is No Boundaries rules, so keep in mind that every matchup for the No Boundaries Championship will be the exact same way. The title will be competed under Falls Count Anywhere rules, There will be no gender limits for the belt. There will be no countouts, the only way that you can win a match is by submission, pinfall, or knockout, or referee decision. Basically, you can't be disqualified, you can't be counted out. And no, it's not a hardcore championship. You don't have to, be as crazy as these guys are getting right now, but, you can get as crazy as you want, but like I said, no boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. Darby Allin trying to get the pinfall here on Ricky Saints. Jacob Fatu just trying to load the ring with as many things as he can. Ricky Saints going right after Fatu on the outside. Darby Allin tried to dive onto everyone, and everyone moved out of the way. But look at this now on the outside. Ricky Saints with a Russian leg sweep. Whoa! Look at that cutter from Darby Allin. The referee tried to go for the pinfall, but look at this now. Drew McIntyre is pinned on the outside. The referee trying to follow up. This is going to be certainly hard to watch up. And look at this now, Jacob Fatu, he's looking at Ricky Saints and Drew McIntyre, but Darby Allin just taking him out on the outside, on the inside. And Ricky Saints now, whoa, code blue from Darby Allin, just nailed him right in the middle of the ring. Darby Allin trying to eliminate Jacob Fatu. This is four-way dance rules, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination matchup, last man standing becomes the GPW No Boundaries champion. Oh! And that barbed wire baseball bat just going across the ribs of Darby Allin. We already know that Darby Allin can take some punishment, but everybody's just getting the shots in with a big Glasgow kiss to the face of the NXT North American champion. And look at this, back suplex. And look at this on the outside, Ricky Saints and Drew McIntyre going at it. Darby Allin, Jacob Fatu trying to go at it as well. And Drew McIntyre just set a fucking table on fire. Okay, I don't think I approve this, but there's a reason he's the Scottish psychopath and the Scottish hitman for a reason. And wait a minute, Ricky Saints is in a very bad position right by that table. But Ricky Saints saving himself on the outside. Oh my God, no. Come on. Do not do this, Ricky. I see exactly what you're trying to do. Oh my fucking God. Somebody's got to check on Darby Allin. He's got to have some burns, but oh my God, Jacob Fatu, oh my God, he just pile drivered. Darby Allin on the outside and the referee going for the pinfall, and Jacob Fatu has eliminated Darby Allin from this matchup. Darby's got to definitely check on our medical team back there, because he's got to be definitely dealing with some injuries right now, but Darby, the matchup continues on. Ricky Saints, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. Oh! 3 men left in the ring. Last man standing becomes the champion. And Jacob Fatu with a big back suplex. Drew McIntyre with a kick out. You can see that that door is posted up in the middle of the ring. I got so caught up in what just happened, I didn't even realize there was a door, as there's a big destroyer onto Jacob Fatu. Drew McIntyre looking for the future shock, but Ricky Saints lands on his feet. And look at this now. What does Ricky Saints have in mind? Plants him. The Buster Keaton dropped Drew McIntyre right on his face, and Ricky Saints eliminates Drew McIntyre. There is 2 men left in the matchup, Ricky Saints and Jacob Fatu, who is going to walk out as the new GPW No Boundaries champion. Fatu with a big Falcon arrow. And Jacob Fatu pops up Ricky Saints and drops him with a big Samoan drop. And look at this now, Jacob Fatu trying to take position, was going to look to put Ricky Saints through that door, but Jacob goes face first with the catapult, and he goes face first again, as Ricky Saints just plows Jacob Fatu through the door. And wait a minute now, Ricky Saints going to add insult to injury, locking in a single leg Boston Crab on Jacob Fatu, but Jacob, he's able to get out of it, and Jacob Fatu, impale DDT. Fatu puts Ricky Saints into the pinfall. Jacob Fatu, no, he hasn't. I was going to say he's become the new champion, but the matchup continues. Wait a minute, Charlie Dempsey. Wait a minute, Charlie Dempsey trying to get into the matchup, and Jacob Fatu getting rid of him. And Jacob Fatu flies over the top rope and takes out Pete Dunne. He's not allowing the council to take control of this matchup. And Jacob Fatu, wait a minute, he notices Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's still up in the match. Big super kick to the face. And Jacob Fatu into the ring. He gets hit with a middle rope spear from Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints now the Rochambeau onto Jacob Fatu. Ricky Saints hooking the leg. And Ricky Saints is the first ever GPW No Boundaries champion. Ricky Saints grabbing that championship tight. Ricky Saints surviving, outlasting 3 other men, and putting himself through absolute turmoil. And with no boundaries, he becomes the new No Boundaries champion. And Ricky's Saints. It closes off this episode of C's. In style, tune in to GPW Live Rounds to get the full coverage of the match card for GPW going down.